Abdul Malik says, I would like to ask if you don't mind to give a quick perspective about conditional tense. So one thing I would say there is conditionals are not tenses. A tense is a change to a verb to tell you something about where it is on the timeline. That's a tense. Usually it's about where it is on the timeline. And tenses can be used in different ways. The conditional, though, is a structure, a grammatical structure that basically allows you to, we talked about it before recently, it basically allows you to connect two things together. And one thing depends on the other. That's usually what conditionals are for. Now, there are different types of conditionals. There's a zero conditional, 1, 2, and 3, and then a mixed conditional. But essentially, they're doing the same thing. Usually it's going to be an if statement of some kind, and then connected to that if statement, for example, if I live to age 125, then you have another thing that would be true, right, if the first happens. So conditional is this, if yes, that, and then perhaps if no, another thing. If yes, A. If no, B. Now, that's a little oversimplified, but that's the basic idea. Where it gets interesting is how these are used. So you have the zero and first conditional, and the zero and first conditional are similar in a lot of ways because we're talking about things that are either completely certain or true in general, or we're talking about things that are probable or likely to happen in the future. For example, if it is hot, I go swimming. And that, as a zero conditional, would be something that's universally true. I'm not focusing on when it happens or whether it's in the past or the future. This is just something I do. And it suggests that it happens every time, right? Whereas if I want to talk about something in the near future, then it would be if it rains tomorrow, I won't go on my walk. And then it's more local or more immediate. We're talking about a specific instance, right? And sometimes the first conditional is just used to talk about things that may not always be true. And the first, or the zero one, is to talk about things that are just true, basically. So that's the idea, right, of these. And you can use them to talk about hypotheticals. For example, the rain one, that might be true. If it rains tomorrow, I won't go for a walk. Yeah, that's true about me, about possibly what may or may not happen tomorrow. But if I say, if I were a hamster, if I were a dinosaur, right, well, that's never going to be true. So there I'm exploring a complete hypothetical thing that is not attached to any reality whatsoever, can never be true, probably, unless there is some way to, if they ever have become a dinosaur for a day pills, I would like to do one as a triceratops and one as a, well, I think a Tyrannosaurus Rex would be pretty dope. So that's the basic idea. Again, they're not tenses, they're grammatical structures, and they're the ones that use if.